Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Blue Table Talk.
Hey, good evening.
My name is Tawana Collins Booth, and I'm here with my co-host, speech language pathologist, Mr. Arnell Brady. And tonight we're going to talk about the big hot topic, the coronavirus pandemic that's going around. So we're here to talk about autism and the coronavirus. So today, well, yesterday, everything been kind of really hitting the fan.
Yeah.
So at first we was thinking this was just like a minor pandemic that's going around, but now it's turned into a major pandemic because yesterday we had one NBA player that was
Covert.
Yeah, that they found that he had the virus. And so they shut down and they suspended the rest of the season, not like for 1 month or 2 weeks, the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. That's billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. But life is more important than the money.
So then today we see that they didn't stop some more stuff. So we're gonna they stopped hockey.
Oh, hockey. Okay, yeah, they were talking about it last night. So they did stop the hockey season.
Yeah, I think mostly all of the sports.
All of the sports, all of the major sports.
Then got canceled so far. Yeah. I don't know about March Madness. I didn't hear nothing about them yet.
Yeah, oh no, it's canceled.
You heard
no fans. No fans. Oh. They're still going to play the game, but no fans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no fans. But the governor and the mayor today said any event over 250 people have been banned.
Yep. Any event at 250, and then he said announced a ban on large gatherings. All the gatherings, a large gathering of 1,000 people or more in Illinois.
St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh, that's gonna be so strange. Not seeing the River Green.
Right. Won't be dying the River Green this year.
Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, then the mayor, she came on too also. Mm-hmm.
The governor closed the Thompson Center for only essential business. City Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Only essential business. Prep Winkle, Cook County Board President, has suspended, canceled all board meetings, and only the essential, I think only the financial committee will be meeting. All meetings have been canceled. So it looks like we're in for a real shutdown of many of our day-to-day activities.
Yeah. And then you said this not like I said, this not for like 2 weeks. I thought that, they said you quarantine for 2 weeks, but you said they said
May the 1st.
That's a long
This is until
time.
May the 1st.
Oh wow! So that means we won't be able to have
all the rest of March,
all events,
all the rest of April, all the way until May 1st.
Oh wow! Because April is Autism Awareness Month.
It's Autism Awareness Month,
and they have World Autism Day.
Yeah,
they usually have the Light It Up Blue.
Yeah,
in Millennium Park.
Yeah.
So I guess that's canceled.
All activities have been canceled because this is a very serious situation. The respiratory system is so critical, so crucial to our overall well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And if that respiratory system becomes compromised, it interferes with a whole lot of other functions of the body. This is why some people are dying from this viral infection that attacks the lungs. It only attacks the lungs, and this is why some of the health officials have said during this period that we should be constantly drinking water. Sipping water, because if it can get into our stomach acids will kill it.
My auntie Verna Kyler, she's a nurse, and before we get off the Blue Table Talk today, she has a friend who worked for the CDC, and they gave her a little exercise to do, and I'm going to share that exercise before we get off, because we're going to talk about a couple of things. So I want to leave the Blue Table Talk audience with this exercise that she gave me, and I have done it already today. So it's a great exercise. So we will be talking about that before we get off the Blue Table Talk today. That's very important. But we just want to discuss how everything is just, and I knew it from yesterday because George School, the colleges,
University of Illinois,
Columbia College, DePaul, all of the colleges started.
Illinois
they went
State.
to online classes, so I knew when they started going to online classes that I was like, oh, what's next? What's next? I'm wondering, if CPS will be next, because that's a big gathering.
Well, several of the CPS schools have been shut down.
One charter for sure, Gary Comer shut down today. I don't know how long, but I know it was closed today.
And they had another charter, I think, over on 95th and Loomis, one of the CIC Longwood campuses.
Okay.
They had a confirmed case of coronavirus infection in a young student. So we don't know what's going to happen to that school tomorrow. So it's popping up all over the place. And as Mayor Lightfoot said, and as the head of the Chicago Health Department has said, that they are afraid that these numbers are going to be increasing steadily, because they have found out that it's not just related to travel, but it's a communal thing, is that people are getting it out of the environment that they're in, out of the communities that they're in, without having traveled anywhere, without having come in contact with a person that has traveled. This is a very strange infection, and it's very, very real.
Yeah, it's very real.
And the autism population, is at great risk when something like this happens, because, we already have health issues as it is, and we already have some difficulty in developing, good health practices. And if you don't have good health practices in situations like this, you're at greater risk for contracting something of this nature.
Right. And so the practices that we should already be doing, those practices anyway, washing our hands all the time, all day.
Who washes their hands all the time?
You got to. I mean, that's just something that we was taught growing up.
That's right.
But of course, kids, you have to wash them and make sure that they wash their hands, because everybody knows kids like to play around, and kids love to be dirty. They play around in dirt.
They get so busy. They forget. But this is why, the caregivers have to
be so really and for the jobs. Autism community, we want to make sure that, if you have a non-verbal child, if you're using the PEG system or however you communicate with your child, write it down. Make sure you tell them to, keep washing their hands, don't touch their face, eyes, nose, and they cough, we already know, cough and or get, Kleenex, cough in the Kleenex. If you cough out loud, go wash your hands immediately afterwards, or if someone coughs around you, go wash your hands. Spray Lysol if the child is in the school environment. The teacher, they have to take their precautions too, as if another child is sick. Well, they say if you're sick, stay home. So if your child is sick, but that's hard to do, because if you go to work and if it's just a little cough, not everybody gonna keep their child at home if it's really the flu or a bad cough. But we have a common cold.
Some people don't.
We have a common cold. So, but since we had a coronavirus going on, if you have a cold, you might want to keep your child at home. In the autism community, your child or your adult. The adults go to day school or college or wherever they go. George, he was coughing a little bit, so before they canceled the online class, we told him to stay home because we didn't want them to send him home. So we got him well. So he stayed home a couple of days, and then he went to class today. So just one of his classes, because the other one was canceled. It was online only. And then they told him, starting March the 12th, all the classes will be online. So he won't be going to the school until, I don't know how long, further notice. But if you have a child with autism special needs and they nonverbal, just watch their symptoms. Make sure if they're not doing their normal activities, not feeling well, check their head, make sure they don't have a fever, or if they start coughing, just, pay attention to the symptoms. I know everyone will, because these are kids or your children. So just pay attention to the symptoms, but also talk to the teachers, the caregivers, the school. Make sure that they have precautions in place for the autism kids and children or adults. Make sure that they have Lysol in the classroom, hand sanitizer. I know everybody was saying hand sanitizer was a big thing that is like going for so much money now, when you could buy like a whole box of it for $5. Now you can't even get the little thing you get from the Dollar Tree, and you can get 3 of them for $1, but you can't even get that now because everyone has them. So that's a good thing. But make sure that they have hand sanitizer in the classroom. Make sure they have Kleenex in the classroom just in case the child coughs. Show your child how to cough, cough in your arm or cough with the Kleenex, so they'll know. And, if anyone cough, everybody looking at everybody when they doing a little cough now. You be like, I ain't never carried no hand sanitizer with me, like I've been having in my pocket at work all day long. I've been pulling out the hand sanitizer. They like, what's going on with you? Look, you better step back. I got my hand sanitizer. All this mail, the mail come from all over. So, I got to be careful because I'm going back home to my family.
That's right. And they say that this virus can live on surfaces for as many as 48 hours. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Katrina Burner, hey, she said hand sanitizer is non-effective after you use it 2 to 3 times in a 24-hour period. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's great to know. I didn't know that.
As bold as some of the hand sanitizers is 70% alcohol. So I would think that every time you use it, you're using fresh hand sanitizer, and I would think that it would be effective. I would think that if you use it one time and then don't use it again, I think it'll wear out. But if you continuously using fresh hand sanitizer, I think it would be effective. Well, because the that 70% alcohol will kill the virus.
I was just going to say, if not, I'll be with my alcohol bottle. I have a whole bottle with me.
The health officials here in the state of Illinois have said that in Chicago, it has not killed anybody yet. and many people who have it are recovering from it.
Yeah.
And the major effort they want is containment. So this is why they're asking people to stay home.
Yeah.
Governor Pritzker, what he asked that all businesses in the state of Illinois, wherever it is possible, have your employees work from home. And this is one thing that I'm offering here as a speech language pathologist is our clinic is doing teletherapy.
Okay.
You know, we have a program to where we can do therapy over the internet. So any of our clients that want to use that service now during these times,
Okay.
it's available.
I was going to ask you what precautions was Brady's speech taking during this whole pandemic going on.
We're doing teletherapy.
Okay.
So we basically have a computer hookup to where all you need is a computer and a webcam on your computer. And most computers and most laptops have webcams already installed. That's some of the basic equipment that they have. And the microphones is all basic equipment on just about all of the laptops built after 1990. They have the webcam and the microphone. And basically that's all you need, and an internet access. And we can do the therapy over the internet. And some of it, we had already been doing it before this outbreak of the coronavirus. We had been doing some teletherapy with some of our students that live a great distance away, or students whose parents are working, and it's very difficult for them to get out and meet the schedule because they have other children in the home as well. And so we've been doing the teletherapy with some of those students as well in the evening after everybody gets home. And we do 30 minutes, an hour. And some of the kids are really enjoy it. And with some of our autistic children, they really have shown an interest in it, and they're excited by it. And we are getting some good reports now during this period when they're asking people to stay home. And I know parents, are very cautious when it comes to their children and their health. And people are saying stay home. It's a meaning for that, because the health officials are saying these numbers are going nowhere but up during this critical period. And everybody's waiting for the flu season to be over, usually around the 1st of May, when the temperatures go up and the viruses are unable to live in the warmer, drier climates. This is why very few cases have been reported in some of the hot areas in Africa.
Okay. Yeah. So how many cases we got in Illinois? 25?
It's 25.
It was 6 or 7 diagnosed today?
Today, 7. I think I heard 7. Okay. I heard 7 today.
Wow.
2 in Chicago, I think. 1 40-year-old and then 1 student. And we believe that was the student. They didn't give the student's name. They did give the man's age as being a 40-year-old male, but they didn't give the student's age because he was a minor.
Oh, okay. They didn't say what school?
They didn't say what school either, no.
Because that school probably going to be on lockdown next.
Yeah.
If it's a city school.
Yeah, it is a city school. And one of the teachers have told us it was the CIC.
Oh, okay.
On the charter school on Longwood on 95th and Loomis.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's, we didn't get a chance to hear the Board of Ed CEO, Janice Jackson, speak, but I know she was on the podium to speak at the news conference with the governor and the mayor and the Cook County Board president. But I guess she said they're going to play it school by school, case by case.
Okay.
There won't be any sweeping closing or anything like that.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, because they just came off a strike. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But our health is way more
I know the health is important. So, but
going to school, and that's what Mayor Lightfoot said. Mayor Lightfoot said, don't think that whatever you are doing in life, the contribution that you are making to society is more important than your health or the health of others. So if you feel as though, you don't feel well, you're coughing or you're aching, you have a fever, don't go to work. Don't give it to somebody else. Because if this thing starts spreading, then we are going to start seeing deaths because the elderly and the people who have pre-existing conditions are much more are at greater risk for having dire consequences from contracting something of this nature that they don't have a vaccine for, and it attaches itself to the lungs of the person. So it has to get into the mouth, the nose, the eyes, so that it can get into the lungs.
Wow. So, yeah, like you said, we're going to discuss it later, but also drink plenty of water.
Plenty of water,
so
too. Because if it gets into your mouth, then if you are sipping water constantly daily, you can flush it into your esophagus and into your stomach, where your stomach acids will kill it.
Yeah, it will kill it.
Your stomach acids will kill it. Because our stomach acids are very, very strong. I remember when my children were small and I had bought some cookies at the grocery store. And we opened the cookies and we started eating the cookies. And I noticed that there were little worms in the cookies.
Oh, no.
In the cookies. So I rushed my kids to the emergency room and told them, we've been eating worms. And the doc said, don't worry, your stomach acids, their stomach acids got rid of those worms.
Wow.
So this is why they're saying sip. Just don't guzzle, just sip water to keep your mouth moist so that you can be swallowing, because you have an awful lot of swallows every minute. And so if you can just keep your mouth moist so that you can swallow, then that's a good precaution to wash that virus into your stomach so your stomach acids can kill it.
Right. So if you're sick, stay at home.
If your child is sick, keep them home.
We know that, some jobs don't want to let you off, but in this case, they probably will. Because they don't want you to get...
There's rents to be paid.
They don't want you to get everyone at the job sick. So maybe they'll understand if you told them that you were coughing and that you didn't feel well, you had flu-like symptoms. Then they'll probably understand then. Because some jobs, you tell them you're sick, they automatically think you're just making it up for a day off.
Well, the president is trying to push through. I don't know where it's at right now, but he is trying to push through that if people have to take off their sick pay, unemployment compensation, he's trying to make those things available to people. And I know for us small business people, the Small Business Association is making available loans to small businesses to pay some of our essential bills, during this time when we have adverse effects of the coronavirus. People are not able to make appointments and things of that nature. And so the Small Business Administration is making available small loans to help businesses during this period. And I've heard, I don't have any confirmation on it, but I've heard that the Internal Revenue Service is going to extend.
That's for people who are affected, though.
Well, everybody's
so that's not for everybody. That's just for everyone who's affected with the virus. They're giving you more time. I don't think those are. Now
No, they have to give everybody. If they extend the deadline for one, they have to extend the deadline for everybody.
Well, I hope so. That'll be a good thing. But also, we can call your representatives now, because they're the Illinois representatives, and they're trying to pass the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. So in Illinois, our representative is Robin Kelly.
Okay.
So and her number is 1-202-225-0773. And that's Robin Kelly. And it's a petition going around too on Facebook. That's why I got the information for her to sign it, and or it'll give you can put your information in, and then just say, for instance, if you live somewhere else, it'll tell you who your representative is and give you the number. So my representative was Robin Kelly, and that was her number, area code 1-202-225-0773. And that's for them to pass the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. So everyone, hopefully you go find that and find out who your representative is, so we can get action on that immediately. So that's a good thing. And also, because Krista said that we didn't have enough kits.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the shortage all over.
We had a shortage of kits, so he was saying
testing kits.
He need more testing kits, because if this starts going all over, then they just saying stay at home. When are we going to get tested to find out? Because we don't have enough test kits in Illinois. So I hope that we get more test kits. So, but if you do have symptoms, or your child or a family member that of the virus, Illinois have a response and guidance number, and that number is 1-800-889-3931. Again, the Illinois response and guidance number for the coronavirus is 1-800-889-3931. So that's another number that you can call. Besides I want everybody to go look for that Families First Coronavirus Response Act, because we need that signed immediately. So, but so we'll get back to the autism community. We want the caregivers and the parents, just make sure the children or your young adults, family members, everybody, just wash your hands constantly all day long. Just anything you eat, you wash your hands.
Okay. And you're washing your hands to get that germs,
get the germs
off your hands.
Wash your hands completely with hand soap, water. Okay, so because
we use our hands for everything.
This is
how we manipulate our environment, how we organize our environment.
And so we can't control everything, we touching. So because we're going different places, and we just have to we have to open doors. We go to work, we have to open the doors. We get in the car.
We have to cook.
Yeah, so you're touching things constantly. So please try to refrain from touching your face until you wash your hands. So please refrain from handshaking. Right, Tamara? No handshaking. Everybody doing the elbow now. We ain't even doing the fist bumps. No more fist bumps. No fist bumps. No handshaking. No hugs right now. Everybody, how you doing? Or you nodding. How you doing? It's going back. So it's kind of like when the phones first, came out and nobody wasn't calling no more. You texting everybody talking about happy birthday and all that. Right. So now when you see people now, ain't even no hugging or no handshaking or nothing. What's up? How you doing? Or hand or elbow bumping. So, but we got to take the precautions to make sure we're safe, everybody's safe, our family's safe, and kids, and especially kids in the special needs community. So that's why we want to make sure that the teachers, parents talk to the teachers, make sure that they have enough hand soap in the classrooms, and hand sanitizer, napkins, paper towels. Make sure those supplies that they asked for at the beginning of the year, make sure that they have enough of them. So they can't say, well, I didn't have no hand sanitizer to get to your child, or I don't have no hand soap. They just wash their hands. So no excuses. Make sure that they have the supplies, because you're not there. So they're in their hands. So have to make sure that they, caregivers, please follow the precautions and make sure the kids are washing their hands and not touching each other and coughing on each other. And if your kid is nonverbal, just make sure you can just go over it with them. You know, let them know, like, don't shake nobody's
Wash your hands for them.
Wash your hands, but they know because we always raised to wash our hands, like I said, all day long. So your mother tell you, go wash your hands or whatever. But kids, like I said in the beginning, like to be dirty and dusty and whatever.
Well, that's their life, playing.
Because I tell my grandson, he want to play. I said, go wash your hands. You know, I don't wash. No, wash your hands. So, but because he like to play in the water. Yeah, he like to play in the water.
I
so
washed them last night.
He gonna go splash that water because he want to play in the water. So that's a good thing. So, just make sure everybody keep washing their hands, hand sanitizer, and coughing in the arm. Just
stay home.
If you're sick, please stay home. If your child's sick or your young adult, like I said, George stayed home for a couple of days because he had a little minor cough, but he's good now. But so we kept home for a couple of days and took some medicine. He got plenty of rest and he drank plenty of fluids, water, juices. So, and a couple of days he was back to normal. So because he goes to a college where he's exposed to everything. So I gave him this little hand sanitizer, and I told him, anybody cough, you spray. You get off the elevator, you press a button, you wash your hands after you get off. You pull that door.
That's right.
And another thing, he's using the Uber and the Lyft. So different people are getting in and out of the Ubers and the Lyft. So coughing in the Lyft. So I told him, you get in the when you get out or you get in, you spray. You got it looks like a marker, but it's a sanitizer. The person don't know you getting in the car, but you spraying. Then you get in the car. And then after you get out the car, I told him you spray before you open the door.
That's right. And there should be no shame in this.
Yeah, but I'm trying to keep him safe.
Yeah.
I told him as soon as you get in the house, you take off that stuff.
That's right.
You go wash your hands, spray it down or whatever. Make sure we good because you out there in the public dealing with everybody, and we don't know where people came from, you know, or what they was doing. A lot of people. They come in and out of town, so going to school. So we have to make sure that
taking all types of different forms of transportation to there. Yes, public transport, the train, the bus, the cars, taxis. Yeah, that's bicycles. That's a big group of people. Yeah, especially at traffic at rush hour on the bus and on the L. So I know that's probably. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I know that's probably a mess in the morning. What about somebody cough on that bus? On the bus, it's crowded. Bus. Well, crowded. It's so crowded. There's no seats. Everybody's standing in the aisle, you know, elbow to elbow. But so I bet you somebody cough. I bet you everybody turn their head like, well, somebody pull out their spray marker like I got George spray on. I don't know what's going on with you. So, but. Everybody stay safe. But Tamara had kind of mentioned it. She mentioned it a little bit what I'm going to talk about with my nurse, Verna Kyler. She's a nurse and one of her friends work at the CDC. So this is a little test that you and your family can do. So, and you take a deep breath and hold your breath for more than 10 seconds. Okay. And if you complete it successfully without coughing or without discomfort, stuffiness, or tightness, it proves that there's no fibrosis in your lungs. So if you can hold your breath for 10 seconds. Okay, I'll do the count. Okay. Hold your breath. Okay. You hold your breath for 10 seconds and without coughing, or if you don't feel no discomfort, stiffness, or tightness, it proves that you don't have no fibrosis in the lungs. And it's basically indicating no infection. So in critical times, please self-check every morning in an environment with clean air. And
like we said, keep water. So everyone should ensure your mouth and throat is moist. So never dry. So if your mouth dry, please keep a bottle of water with you all day too also. Because if you take a few sips of the water every 15 minutes at least, if the virus get in your mouth, by you drinking the water or other liquids will wash them down through your esophagus into your stomach, like we just said. And once, if it's in your stomach, the acid will kill all the virus. So your stomach acid will kill the virus. So that's why you'll keep the water and keep drinking the water. So like every 15 minutes, at least keep a couple bottles of water with you. So just in case you don't know what environment you're going to be in, so you can swallow that down. If it get into you, you got your water with you. You're drinking your water all day long, and hit your stomach, and your stomach virus will kill that. So everyone do that exercise. My auntie, she's a nurse. She sent this to me, and Tamara had mentioned it. So Tamara has already been doing it. So that was a good exercise. And so then you can know, because if you don't feel nothing, you're not coughing, then you know you're good. But if you cough, you feel some stiffness or stuffiness or tightness, then you know you might be having something going on. So then if you have a fever, like flu-like symptoms, then you know you want to go have yourself checked out. You know, they want you to quarantine yourself first, but you may also want to, go to your doctor, get your doctor to check you out, and see what's going on. But everybody do those self-checks every day, and keep plenty of water with you all day long, and wash your hands all day long. Have the kids, and make sure the caretakers and respite workers and caregivers and everyone is making sure that your family members or your kids, your child, washing their hands, not touching their face. And also don't forget to make sure you find out who your representative is, so you can call them, so we can get the Family First Coronavirus Response Act passed. And if you need more questions about it, and then you can also Google it too, because you can Google it. They have updates all day long about the coronavirus. So you update coronavirus Illinois, coronavirus Chicago, and it'll tell you the update of what's going on. It said it's just updated. Like when I did it, and it told me 6 minutes ago they had the press conference, and that's how I found out about. They said if you in the gathering of all events, so St. Patrick's Day, all of the games canceled. If you gathering the 250 people or more, it's postponed. So let's just stay safe and make sure, like I said, if you have a child with special needs, you make sure those providers are doing what they're supposed to do to keep your child safe while you're not around. And wash your hands and call your representative. And also, before we leave, hopefully, we have our first All Families United AFU fundraiser was going on at Panda Express. Yes. So that's April the 4th, 1654 West 119th Street. So we hope everybody could still come out and support All Families United. This will be our first fundraiser of the year. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
Everybody should be able to come, because they said they're only banning 250 or more.
Right, 250 people or more. So we would love to see you all come out and support us. But if you can't come out and support at the Panda Express, you might be busy or anything, you can still, we have it on our page. You can go to All Families United page, or you can go to a Fifth Third Bank. You can make a donation there, or I have it on my page. You can make a donation up under the Panda Express invitation. You can make a donation there. So if you can't make it, but you still would like to support All Families United and our first fundraiser of 2020, you can still donate to us. We appreciate all the donation. We appreciate everyone's support. And we also, you all still shopping now, So if you are still shopping, you want to use Amazon Smile and pick All Families United also. And while you shop, they donate to us. So if everyone's still shopping on Amazon Prime, getting your packages in, please use Amazon Prime and pick All Families United as your organization to donate to. So if you're looking for any of this information, you can go to the All Families United page. And also, I have on orange today because it's World Kidney Day. So I hope everyone was out there supporting. I'm supporting my sister Kimberly Johnson of Chicagoland Autism Connection. So we love and we're here to support Kim. So we have on our orange today. So Blue Table Talk, All Families United, we all sending our love to everyone who's affected with kidney. So this is World Kidney Day. So we're sending our love and support to everyone and our sister Kimberly Johnson. So from Chicagoland Autism Connection, my autism sister. So we love you, Kim. So we got our orange on for you today. So everyone just stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Make sure the care providers are doing what they need to do. And if you need more information on the coronavirus, you can Google it or you can call the response guidance hotline number. That's 1-800-889-3931. And don't forget the little what I told you about the holding your breath for 10 seconds. Keep plenty of water with you all day long. Take a sip every 15 minutes because if the virus get into you, when they get into your stomach, kill that virus. So we want to thank you all thank all of my viewers on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody in the chat. We got Sonia. We got Trina in the cat. We got Gigi. We got my son, Jaquan. We got my daughter-in-law, Tia. I want to thank everybody in the chat on Facebook. We got Aura. We got Katina. We got Tam. I got my auntie, Loretta. I just want to thank everybody. We got Rona. I want to thank everybody who's supporting me, Blue Table Talk, All Families United, Brady Speech, because we're not going to leave off without the best speech therapists around the world, I'm going to say. But you can come over to Brady Speech at 5228 South Blackstone, and the number is area code 773-493-4000. And right now, like he said, or anytime, if you don't have time to come, you can also have your classes online. You don't have to come every day like I had to back in the day. It's easier. You have classes online, and also you in 5 states? 5 states, so no excuse. Come on, bring your child here, your adults, seniors. Your older patient is how old?
67.
Your oldest patient is 67. Stroke patients. So it's not just for autism. It's speech language pathologist. It's for everybody. So come on over to Brady Speech or give them a call. 773-493-4000. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Blue Table Talk. See you all. Well, next week we'll be off, but the following week after that, we're going to come with my hot talk panel. So I'm going to have my All Families United sisters here with me at the table. So that's going to be so awesome. I can't wait for that. So you all come and tune in on what day is that?
It'll be the 26th.
Yeah. March the 26th. So not next week, but the following week. So next week I'll probably be replaying because it's almost time for my first year anniversary. Blue Table Talk coming up on 1 year.
Wow.
I'm so excited about that. So I would like to thank you all for your continued support of Blue Table Talk. So I'll probably be playing reruns next week. But the following week we got the hot talk panel with my All Families United sisters. So tune in. So thank you so much. Have a good night. See you later.
Bye.
Stay safe. Wash your hands. Drink plenty of water.
And don't stay in the house.
If you're sick.
If you're sick.